Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. Now I've got a bit of a beast to show you today. No, it's not that, that's the Queen Mary 2. It's this, the Sunseeker 88 yacht. I'm going to give you a full tour of this amazing yacht. Go everywhere, and unusually I'm going to actually start with the crew quarters because we're here on this enormous bathing platform which apparently will take, well, almost a 5-metre tender. But I want to start with the crew quarters because I think these are quite exceptional, and it really does give you a hint as to the size of this yacht. So step down into this area and you're immediately in this, what I would describe as kind of mess area. Mess, you know, technical term for seating and eating your dinner area. And off here we've got our twin bunks, and they really are a good size. Lovely standing headroom, lots of storage space, got your own stereo system and whatnot, natural light, very, very comfortable. Better than you get on a lot of normal, if you like, private yachts. Spin round here, and I'm going to show you the sort of little galley area, food prep area. Got a microwave up there. Obviously there's a main galley on this boat, and I'm sure the crew would be able to prep and so forth. Little fridge down there. There's an alarm going off. I can assure you that's not me, so hopefully that'll turn off in a minute. And then into our heads, she's got our loo, nice porcelain sink, and then our shower stall. And then you can see over here we've got this area which is for laundry. Obviously that would be laundry for the entire ship, boat, yacht. And then through here we've got another couple of berths, if you weren't expecting this. There we go. This is actually configured for 4 crew. So again, mirroring what we saw earlier. Really good sized berths in here. Storage, natural light. We've got the blind down there at the minute, but natural light, good headroom, so you can sit up in bed and read a book, should you wish. So crew quarters on this, as I say, set up for 4. Got their own dedicated heads. They've got a little galley area, a little mess area there as well, and the laundry for the boat. And if I swing around here, this is our access to the engine room. So while we're here, let's just poke our heads in. MTU power on this, 2,000 horsepower engines. Now we are at a boat show, so understandably this has become a bit of a storage area for boxes and brochures and all that kind of stuff, but perhaps gives you an idea of the scale of this space in here. So we've got our jennies. It's got a fin stabiliser system on this boat, and that obviously works at anchor as well as underway. And then all their water makers and domestic systems, water heaters, etc, etc. Checker plate everywhere. Full standing headroom. I mean, I can just touch the ceiling in here, so we're looking at 2+ meters. There's obviously access as well from the deck down through the ladder, but I'd suggest that ordinarily one of your crew is probably the engineer, and therefore they'd come in through that crew area. But this is a massive space, beautifully installed. Yeah, a work of art. I wish I knew more about mechanics to fully appreciate it, but even as a bit of a layman, I can tell this is beautifully done. Right, okay. So I know we don't normally start these walkthroughs with these sorts of areas. We look at the kind of the cooler owner areas first, but I just thought this was so exceptional, we might as well get down here and have a look straight away. yeah, this boat's good for close to kind of 30 knots. So yes, it's a big boat, but it can lift up its petticoat and really shift. Ordinarily you'd expect it to kind of be cruising, you know, 8 to 12 knots, but it will do close to kind of 30. We'll talk about this configuration that you can see here a little bit later on. This has been raised up in the last minute or so while we were down below. That's what the alarm was. So this is sort of like the beach club area where you can have your sort of sea bobs and bits and pieces, and you can fold that bench out and sit and put your flippers on and all that kind of stuff. But what's kind of really interesting is what happens in the cockpit area, because what you can see is that that area is like a giant sun pad, and we've got these two kind of massive transom gates that open up, and you can have access out onto there. So that basically extends the area that you've got up here in the cockpit. So at the moment this particular boat's got a configuration for kind of freestanding furniture. When I say freestanding, it's you can see it's on legs, so you can move it about. And you've got this low coffee table, which is lovely because you can imagine when you're sat at the back here looking aft, you can all face the way you want. You can have various configurations, so you can have sort of fixed U shapes and C shapes and different tables and so forth, but I think this looks absolutely lovely. All underneath this hardtop area with this LED lighting, and one of the features on Sunseeker is audio system, so sonar system, lots of speakers all around the place, and all these can be zoned, and you can have different music in different areas and control those volumes, etc, etc. Lovely, isn't it? Look at the size of everything. Lumar winches, and yeah, just everything is yacht, big yacht style. In underneath here, little mini sink there, and I think from memory, I'll check, because it's such a big boat. I know when you wander around you don't always remember everything, but I think this is, yes it is, so that's our third sort of helm position. So we've got our side power hydraulic thrusters fore and aft, and obviously our throttle controls and so forth for docking. And when we look up the side of the yacht, wow, like a little ship. We'll wander up to the bow here. These bulwarks and handrail right the way up, sort of, I would say, low chest, really high. You can also see the glazed areas down here, and that comes into play when you're in the saloon looking out. There's a side access door here. Hold that thought. We'll talk about that when we get inside. Let's move on to the bow here. And what a beautiful area. So, a couple of really cool little seats here when you're underway, just sat there. And then behind you've got these big sun pads. The backrest on these will come up, so again facing forward, or as it's configured at the moment, you have it as a very large sort of seating area. And again, beautiful stainless steel and teak. And we've got these lockers along the sides here as well for fenders and so forth. You might be getting a bit of noise on the mic because it's fairly windy. I'm up quite high actually here, looking down on civilization in Southampton. Yeah, there's always a bigger boat in the marina. Right, let's make our way down the side here. We'll go down the starboard side here, go past the helm. So again, we've got another access door. This one again will take us into the helm position. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Just move our way all the way down, and I'm under cover all the way. Here you can see this extends right the way out to the side, so I'm all under cover and I can get back into the saloon there without getting wet. Right, let's have a little look inside. So we've got this beautiful curved glass sliding door on the rails here, all one level, no step up, no step down, and then into our saloon. So we've got this again sort of freestanding furniture. You see the legs there, and we've got this kind of division between walkway and carpeted area, and this lovely panoramic view out. Gorgeous. Now of course decor is very much down to personal taste, so if this isn't your taste, that's not a problem. I think it looks very, very classic and elegant. And you can see what I said about the glazing, the gunnels there. Looking out through these big full-length sort of windows, you can see there that you can see through what would ordinarily be solid fiberglass on a lot of boats. Now these windows are fixed. This is nice detailing. So the frame here is actually carbon fibre weave. These are fixed, but if we swing around the other way, then we can see that this is actually a sliding patio door. So as I said earlier, when I was walking down that side deck, see if I can open it. It might be locked. Let's try it. No. I'm sure we've all seen doors open anyway, but no, can't do it, can't work it out. Anyway, that will open, and we've got direct access out. Big dining table here for 8, and then over here in the corner, now some of you, if you know the 86, you'll know this is a slight difference. This used to be a doorway through into the galley area. That's now, if you like, sealed off. What it's done is it's created a lot more storage space here, and in fact this boat's got a wine cooler in here. Yeah, so that's if you like a bulkhead now. We've still got good access to the galley. I'll show you how that happens. It really does have kind of an apartment feel about the interior here. All these sort of square edges. You're not aware that you're sort of on a boat with a curved hull at all. This feels very much like an apartment. Beautifully decorated and dressed here as well. The team at Sunseeker do a lovely, lovely job. Just all these little details here, all these kind of vases and sculptures and all that kind of stuff, and all the LED lighting looks very, very beautiful. And then yeah, got some more storage down there, I guess glasses, bottles, things like that. And of course all these windows have got blinds that pull down, as we can see the curtains here as well. Okay, so let's go forward into the wheelhouse area, which is also home to the galley. So talk about the helm position in a moment, but just show you this is the galley area. Don't know if it comes across on camera or not, but this feels like the kind of kitchen you'd have again in an apartment. All the work surfaces are really deep. Got lots and lots of space here for prepping food. You've got your sink there, of course, and then around here you've got your melee appliances, so oven, I think that's a combi as well, and our hob. And then, as I said, this would have been access through on the 86 to, if you like, the saloon. So people would be taking food out to serve, if you like. By having that as a bulkhead, what it's done is it's created a whole heap of space here where we can put refrigeration. So we've got a massive amount of refrigeration on here. And what they have done is they've retained that side door. So do you remember when we walked up the port side, there was a side door? That's effectively a crew access to get out, serve guests on the bow, or again, without walking through the saloon, you can serve guests down at the aft of the boat as well. This is a spectacular kitchen. Gosh, I don't think there's any or many homes in the world that would have a view like this. How cool is that? It's lovely, isn't it? And well placed for our skipper. So if our skipper fancies a snack, then you've only got to ask. Big single helm seat up here, absolutely gorgeous. You can see all this quilting, kind of diamond stitching kind of stuff you see on luxury cars. Massive Simrad screens, obviously multi-function displays, so you can configure and display and control all the systems on the boat. And actually, I know it sounds perhaps a bit strange, but for such a big and valuable boat, sitting here doesn't feel terribly intimidating. I can see my bow, I can look aft, and I can see where my crew are at the back. I'm sure it's perhaps a bit scarier in a cross breeze coming into more, but yeah, I could get used to this. I'm sure you could too. Okay, so well, let me just show you our day heads before we move below. So nice and convenient for everybody. Again, beautifully appointed. Got this lovely sort of dark wood finish with these sort of chrome inlays here. And again, this sort of marble flooring. It gives it a beautiful, beautiful feel. And these wall coverings as well. Again, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a texture to it. Looks absolutely gorgeous. So that's a nice place to spend your time, I would think. Let's go below and discover what we have down here. So useful handrails all the way around the staircase. Nice deep carpeting. We're going to go straight aft because I'm going to show you the master cabin, or master suite really. It really is a suite. Look at that. Massive bed. Storage down that port side. Big TV ahead. But this is a bit of a wow over here. Got this proper sort of sofa area. So not just a sort of a chaise lounge or a sofa, but actually an L shape. That gives you an idea really of the beam of this boat, that you can fit that in. And then you've still got this sort of make-up area. I guess you could probably have an office desk type stool or something in there if you have to do work while you're away. And then big glazing, fresh air portholes, and then over here is our walk-in wardrobe. So loads of storage, obviously, all illuminated, shelving galore, and this sort of lobby area, if you like, to dress. And then we have a beautiful ensuite, twin sinks, massive walk-in shower, and you can see here this sort of, I don't know what the material is, but it kind of has an effect of marble with this kind of veining through it. Big rainfall shower there. And by putting this, if you like, between the master suite and the engine room, you're creating sort of a bulkhead, so, or a double bulkhead. So from the point of view of sort of sound insulation, particularly when you're underway, that's going to make it a really lovely quiet area in here. Shut that door and you're in your own little haven. Okay, so that's our master. Let's step forward a little bit, just check out what's behind some of these doors. Whoop. If I can. I'm having trouble with locks today. Oh yeah, okay, so a bit of storage. Taking advantage of all that space. And a natural home for well, whatever you want really. Quite often that would be for a washer dryer, but of course we've got that down in the crew area, so you could really configure that as you wish. So stepping forward, we can go left or right. Effectively we've got the mirror on both sides. So this is obviously a twin, good sized twin, standing headroom again, of course. TV here on the wall, got control over our aircon, our audio, all that kind of good stuff. And then step into our ensuite with a shower, a lovely porcelain sink, and you can see everything consistent with all the bathrooms. Across the way, so that was the stairs that we came down, that's looking aft, but across the way we've got the mirror of that, which is another twin. Again, really, really nice and light, big portholes. And swing round to our ensuite. Very nice. And I'm actually looking down at the floor. There appear to be some rails there, so I'm kind of guessing that these two can slide together and we can move that or do something about that little chest of drawers in the middle. So this could be a double as well. And then back out into the hallway, and this is a couple of steps up, and this is into our VIP. So again, twin sinks in here, big walk-in shower, rainfall shower, loo down here. Got again this sort of like little lobby area with some storage, and then through here is where our double berth is. Now a bit of a dilemma here actually, because this is almost as nice as our master. So you might want to use this one. It's a close run thing. Certainly you'd feel very, very special if you're allocated this when you came on board. Again, big old TV there. Got this little desk area, vanity area, and then you've got your wardrobe storage area. Massive wardrobe. And again, these lovely little details in terms of, you know, the leather work and detailing on these wardrobe doors. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so on a lot of boats this would be master suite quality standard, but on this 88 this is for your VIP guests. Very nice indeed. And you can see here the door that we came through, you can shut that off, so this does feel like a little kind of private apartment in the bow of the boat. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's go back up the stairs, and then one final area of course is the Flybridge area. You can see how we're starting to feel at home, aren't we, eh? Wandering around here like we own the place. Okay, so up these lovely teak steps. Sounds like the big boat's on the move. They often make that noise to warn the smaller folks they're about to cast off. Wow, wow, wow. So looking aft, we've got this amazing open area. We've got these big sort of lounger sun pad type things here. We've got this massive area. We can put some more freestanding furniture, put another table if you want. You can do what you want. But what a lovely view, leaning up against these handrails and surveying the show. Life is good. Let's just pan round here. So moving forward here, you can see on the port side we've got this big bar area, configured with 3 fixed stools. Got your drink servery there. Moving around the back here, we've got our sink, and then we'll have a selection of ice makers and fridges, as one would expect to keep our guests completely happy. And then under here, very large grill to throw those shrimps on the barbie, as they say. And all of this sitting directly opposite the big dining area with this gorgeous chunky teak top table. Look at the thickness of the teak on that. Wow. And then moving right forward, we can see here obviously our helm stations, or helm outstation with 2 seats and again our screens, joystick control, basically the helm mirrored from below, and this lovely U-shape seating area to chat to the captain underway or at anchor. And then, as if you need to use all the space, because there's plenty of it, they have taken advantage of this little area here. So again, a little crash out area. If the wind's blowing, you can nestle in underneath that, protected by the screens. And that's your view forward. It's not a bad one. Just see here as well, this hard top. You can see this panel here that you can slide back and open this all the way up to the sunshine and weather. So it's pretty spectacular, I think you'll agree. It's one of the biggest boats we've brought to you, I think, on the channel. I'm just going to take a seat here because it's quiet, I'm alone, and I'm just going to enjoy the experience. So thank you very much for joining us on this Sunseeker 88 yacht. It's a beautiful thing. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, then please can I ask you subscribe and like, but most importantly click alerts as well, because then we'll let you know when we release a new video, because you are the reason we do all this. Keep watching, tell your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much. Bye bye.